This podcast is certified fresh. Freshmediaworks.com.
Hey everybody, welcome to The Marketing Drive. I'm Chris Doelle, and as you know, this is the show where I use my commute to talk about one quick, actionable marketing idea. I want to talk a little bit about your copy. And some of you may go, what? I have a doppelganger? No, I'm actually talking about copywriting. I'm talking about the words that you use in your advertising, in your publicity. The old saying is, a picture tells 1,000 words. So everybody really focuses on the logo, focuses on the image, and do not get me wrong, they are very, very important and can do a lot for you. But at the end of the day, those words are so important. And I really think it's an area that's overlooked a lot in marketing. People will outsource their design, like I mentioned before, the logo. They'll outsource all of that, and they'll go back and forth and just spend a lot of time, effort, and money to get the best graphics, the absolute best graphics. And then they'll just throw something out when it comes to the copy, the call to action, or the written word. And I tell you, probably some of the best money you can spend in outsourcing is in copywriting. Now, there's a lot of people out there who hang shingles up and say, hey, I'm a copywriter. And there's a lot of bad ones out there that do the exact same thing that you're trying to avoid, just throwing some stuff out there. But you can find somebody who is good at copywriting, and you can find out if they're good by taking a look at some examples, taking a look at who they've done work for, and seeing if it works. At the end of the day, everything's all about, does it work? Not does it look good, does it feel good, does it sound good? None of that matters. What matters is, does it increase your bank account? So I really just wanted to take a second to say, pay attention to those words. Don't do what most people do. Don't do what I did in the early days. My first business in junior high school, I just wrote something up, threw it out there. And fortunately, I have a writing background, and that allowed me to avoid punctuation errors and things like that. But in junior high school, I did not have a copywriting background, so I didn't know a lot about the science of the call to action, motivating words. Now, 20, 30 years later, I've got tons of experience of that, so I know what copy sells and what copy doesn't. So just make darn sure you get somebody who knows what they're doing when it comes to your copy. And as I said, don't just throw something up and maybe run it by your husband or wife and they go, yeah, that sounds fine. Because it's your company. It's your livelihood. It's what you want to produce. It needs to produce. It needs to work for you, especially because it's your company. And it needs to have the right words, to send the right message, to encourage the right action, and still represent you. All right, this has been The Marketing Drive. Thanks a lot for listening. And hey, don't forget to use that call-in number, 713-568-6361, and leave your comments, leave your questions, and I'll address them on future shows. Once again, this has been The Marketing Drive. I'm Chris Doelle, reminding you to keep it real.
You've been listening to The Marketing Drive with Chris Doelle. To learn more about how Chris can help your company get more customers, call 713-269-4620 or visit us on the web at freshmediaworks.com.